TikTok. We are back around the clock. IDD, for those of you who know, I don't disagree. Segment 2, the Law Dog, the Redoubtable, and highly question one. It is IDD again. Those of you who know, I don't disagree. And his NBA playoff preview. Segment 2, Western Conference. Holy Moses. Talk about the OK Corral. The OK Corral. That's just looking like. It's Doc, it's Ringo, it's fucking,
it's everybody.
There.
Tombstone?
Like Tombstone, yes. The West is loaded.
It's like got all the characters like Jimmy Butler said.
I'll be a Huckleberry. Oh, God, Jimmy Butler.
When he said everybody, he sees the Robin.
I'm just tired of him blowing stuff already.
But he scored 38.
He's
my Batman. Shut up.
Yeah, he has all that comic
cool. I'll be robbing to him.
Yeah, well, and then he was like,
scored 38.
But it's like when you just scored 38, it's almost like you're doing too much. Like,
I feel you.
Dude, you're a Batman. Okay,
he was
calm down. He still is, apparently.
But Batman had 39.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he had 39.
He did actually. Yeah.
But when he's just like, I think when I'm out there, every team has a chance to win. I know when he's out there, any team has. It's like, dude, you're saying the same thing. Just stop.
Yeah.
He says he thinks about him, but
he was definitely hype on that last night.
He had every right to be.
Yeah, I mean, hey, they were. They looked a lot like the old Warriors in the fourth quarter last night. They looked like the old Warriors.
Well,
but they're playing against an elementary school team.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Mentally,
maybe
they are. That is.
I'd say fifth grade elementary. Though. Let's not say like kindergarten elementary.
Dude, the shit they were doing last night.
Dumb.
It was terrible.
But that's the thing. This is what's frustrating about
not being able to get it
and
in
yet,
bounds.
And yet,
that looked like Woodley.
18 turnovers.
Oh my god!
The burn. How many times did he get burned on defense on fucking middle school shit because they weren't paying attention?
And they were still.
They were down one fucking point. They should have been tied. That donkey missed the game-tying free throw. I mean, because they're so talented.
Garza.
And you can't.
Garza missed it. Yeah.
No, Pippin's. No, not Pippin.
Yeah,
it's Pippin's son.
Was it?
Yeah.
Lars's son.
Total donkey.
Just kidding.
Total donkey.
Well,
the kid cost them big time because honestly, Memphis should have won that game. Yeah. If we're being honest, Memphis should have won.
Dude, they were within a point, and they had 8 minutes where they literally just.
They didn't have John Morant either in a stretch between the third and fourth quarter, and somehow we're down one when he got back on the floor. They lost him for 5 or 6 minutes. This is the talent they have.
It also cost them having him on the floor because he couldn't cover. Mm-hmm. He was still scoring buckets, though.
That kid hits that free throw, it's time.
Yep.
And it's just ridiculous. You can't miss a free throw. I mean,
it's a good matchup. What do we want to start with? Look at that.
We're going to start with Denver and the Clippers.
Gotcha.
This right here.
Oh yeah.
And again, people are saying, let me know when Kawhi Leonard is going to stay on the floor for more than a week.
That's why I won't pick
he has played.
He's done it.
He's played 22 games in a row. And he's scored 25 or more in like the last 15 of them. So he looks like the guy who won a title in Toronto.
Yeah,
and
whenever he's healthy, he looks like
he's
real good.
He is real good.
Yeah.
He is real fucking good. I mean,
like Kawhi Leonard is still.
Dude, he went to
good.
Toronto and won a fucking championship.
Yep.
That's fucking legit.
Got a beautiful bounce on that one shot.
Let's be real. Kevin Durant got hurt and didn't play.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant plays. He doesn't have a title.
No, but even so, taking the Raptors
and then they lost Clay
to the finals.
Tore his ACL. Yeah, they were just decimated.
They were. But the point is, he did get through the East with them.
He took the Raptors to the finals.
Yeah,
hey, you got to show, respect for sure.
Everybody beats Embiid. That's what the fuck. Who hasn't beat Embiid? Show of hands. Exactly.
Well, that was when Embiid was good.
I know. That's when he could play. Fucking forced out of crying.
Now he's like, what?
Now he's just he's a shell of himself. But anyway, look, this Denver Clippers game, Jokic is arguably the best player in the world. To me, it's Tatum and him. I don't care what you donkeys say about Shai Gilgeous Alexander. Jason Tatum has a roster, and oh my God. And this stat they now have, I don't know what they
Jason Tatum has a roster.
He has a roster around him. Look at the numbers he puts up. If he didn't have that roster, he'd put up better numbers. 27, 8, and 8. With that talent around you? I mean...
Yeah, I get your point.
He's got two... How do you put up numbers like that with a team like this? And he's
all can put up numbers.
You all can put up numbers.
He can literally pass to anyone who can hit a three.
But that's the thing. Part of the reason they're so good offensively is because he's a willing passer now. His passing game the last 2 years has gone up. He wasn't like this 2 years ago.
No, I know, but you could also use the argument to say that's why his numbers are good because they're also good.
Jason Tatum averaged 31 a game. He could score 30 without anybody around him. He can.
Yeah.
He's the best one-on-one player in the game.
You
and I have both said this. And that's
think
why I give him the edge over Jokic. Jokic is not the best one-on-one player in the game. And I got news for you. The day a real big man comes into this league that can post up, he's going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
Because he has no understanding of how to defend that, play defense like that.
Because nobody does it.
No, but the point is, he couldn't cut Patrick Ewing. Well, I was talking to your son about this over the weekend. Patrick Ewing would shit on this guy like you read about. David Robinson would embarrass him. Akeem Olajuwon would make him quit.
Shaq.
Oh. What Shaq would do to him?
Would drop step dunk.
Oh my God! What Shaq would do to him?
Shaq used to do that to Patrick Ewing.
But think of the guys I just.
I know.
By the way, have you seen Ewing's highlights against Shaq?
Good.
Very good. He more than held his own against Shaq.
You know who was really good against
More
Shaq?
than held his own against Shaq. He was great. So did Robinson. These guys were great.
No, Ewing's got some good highlights on Alonzo Mourning.
Yeah.
He's got a yoke on Alonzo.
Another great one. Another great one. The bottom line is Jokic has never seen a post player like that.
Yeah.
Not close.
Yeah.
Okay.
But maybe if he came up in that time, his skill set would be different.
Europeans don't play defense. They don't. None of them do. If you're not 7'5", Yao Ming and the dude from France. Those are the two guys that have any with their names near a defensive.
Dude from France?
Wembanyama.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only two guys.
Yeah, they play like guards.
Yeah, Dirk Nowitzki was a good offensive player, wasn't a good defensive player.
I think Sacramento's going to get him, dog. Man.
We'll see.
Yeah.
5-4. We got Dallas Sacramento going on right now.
Anthony Davis playing?
Yes, he is.
He's playing the four.
He's right there with the ball.
They're giving him the ball. Like, on all these possessions, he's like taking the shot, and
Oh, God.
Oh, that was for you.
It should have been and one.
He's got some touch.
They said in the 20 games he's played, his stats are 21 points a game, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 blocks. That's pretty good. That's all-star shit.
Give it to you for 20 games a year.
Well, they didn't think he was going to get hurt. But in the 20 games he played,
Well, I mean, he gets hurt.
Played 75 games last year.
He did. I know we went through this.
Oh, and here comes Ewing on a morning. Oh! Just eat it.
Yeah.
Like I'm still him.
I'm still Georgetown, the Hoya Destroyer.
He was old there, too.
I know.
Oh, man. He looked at him in the face.
Somebody else has got a dunk on Zoe, too, that's real famous.
Sorry.
Not just that one. Somebody else dunked on
This one's not that
Zoe.
famous. Yeah.
Hard.
Because all those centers would try to block shots. That's why I give guys respect that get dunked on.
Yep.
You know,
they try.
They're
not worried about being a poster. It's like, oh, it looks bad for my brand.
Because you see so many guys just run out of the way nowadays.
They're all pussies. They don't challenge throwing the way they used to.
Yeah.
No.
Dude, Dikembe got dunked on a lot.
Yeah, but he also he's the all-time leader in blocks. Yeah. He's also the all-time leader in blocks. So there you go. But yeah, if you're that means you're not giving it up. So if they dunked on him, they earned it, and that's the arguably best defensive player since Bill Russell and Dennis Rodman. So point is, Jokic is arguably the best player in the world. I get that. He averaged a triple-double this year. He's the third man to do it, by the way, third in history. So yes, absolutely. I don't think he's better than Tatum. Sorry, I don't. Tatum can do more.
If I was starting a team, JT.
I'd take Jason Tatum. I would. He's 26 years old right now, and he's still not in his prime.
He's only 26.
Yep. He just turned.
Young,
he turned 27.
Fuck you and the Celtics.
He turned 27 last month. I'm sorry, he's 27.
He's gonna have an All-Star team for 10 years.
Well, if this new owner is what he says he is, then they'll keep them together. But the point is this: we're talking Western Conference. We're talking Clippers and a healthy Kawhi Leonard. Dare I say it? Against
is that an oxymoron though?
The healthy oxymoron. Yeah,
that's like Jumbo Shrimp, healthy Kawhi Leonard.
Jumbo shrimp is real.
No, it's real, but it's an oxymoron because even a jumbo shrimp is small.
That's
right?
true.
So, like, even a healthy
You should get them fours, them big dogs.
He does not look like he's hurting right now.
No, he's amazing.
He looks like he's healthy.
He's really good.
And again, here's the thing. He's been hurt so much for so long. At some point, he's got to stay healthy.
I hope so.
And I'm going to bet on it here because I'm going to take the Clippers in 6 games. Because Denver at the end of the day is 5 players if they're that. They just fired their coach. I have no idea what's going to happen with this. And,
they did.
And by the way, James Harden. And plus, we don't know the status of Mr. Murray. Mr. Jamal Murray is not.
Hurt?
He's been in and out of the lineup. He's not 100%.
Yeah.
He's banged up. So if Kawhi Leonard is healthy and he ain't, I'm giving the edge to the Clippers. I got him in 6.
Lawton, I'm curious, because I really haven't seen the Clippers play.
They went 19-3 in their last 20
So what's happening right now is what is always and will always happen with the Clippers. They will always disappoint you.
You did say that.
Winning a
What are they doing right now? They're doing everything right, and it's gonna all come crashing down.
In this round, though?
Because
this
that is the
round.
Clippers. That's
I
just
don't think
now.
they're real in this round,
They are
'cause
the Cleveland Browns of the NBA.
Denver is in more disarray right now than they are.
See, I forgot
are.
about that.
They fired the coach and the GM in
Yeah.
the last week. Denver's in
I
more
just,
disarray. They don't have a bench.
Well,
and
Russell
Murray
Westbrook has played great.
he
this
has,
year, though.
but Murray's not healthy. I don't know where he is either.
Russell Westbrook. Oh, yeah, that's right.
And
He's
Russell's-
played like
played
he's
well.
had a great
He
year.
has. He's given them
So
a.
who is their 5?
You
Is
got
Westbrook a starter?
No,
he's
it's
on the bench.
Gordon, Aaron Gordon,
Aaron Gordon,
Jokic,
okay.
Porter, Murray, and Braun? No.
Christian Brown.
Christian
yeah,
Brown.
But he'll always be Brown.
He'll be Braun to
Wow,
me.
so it's
Yeah.
like the same.
Hey, well, Braun
It's like the same lineup that won it. It's
except
just
for
minus
Caldwell Pope.
no Bowen, Bruce Bowen.
and no Jeff Green.
Yeah, Jeff Green was on that squad too.
Yeah,
But he didn't
he
play
was
it that much, did he? I don't
He
remember.
always
him playing a
brings
lot.
up Jeff.
Go look at his stats on
Yeah,
that
he loves
roster.
Jeff Green.
For some reason,
But
on
Jeff
that
Green's
team.
played on a lot of squads.
He's a
Yeah.
scorer. Look at his numbers.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was just
really good
Jay
at
Green. He was having
Cleveland.
double
Yeah.
figures off the bench for
Yeah.
them.
JG.
When you got a guy doing
Yeah.
that,
And
he's
he played in
clean.
Miami
I
too.
remember him in Georgetown.
Yeah, he was good in Georgetown too. He was the Celtics' best player for a while. And
When
we
they
were
were horrible.
No, they made the playoffs one year.
really?
Yeah, but they
I just feel
but
like
they made
this
the
team's
playoffs.
been together. They play together a lot. I mean, the Michael Malone thing was very surprising, but at the end of the day, I just kind of felt like, all right, well, I mean, it's not like they forgot all of a sudden without Malone there how to play. And Adelman's been around a
They're
long
not
time.
deep and they're not healthy.
Yeah, and I agree.
Adelman's their coach now, Rick Adelman.
David Adelman, his son,
Oh.
who's been around, been on lots of benches. He's never been a head coach.
Never been a head coach.
Right, and he's probably not going to be the head coach after this year. He's,
Mm-hmm.
he got the interim tag, and that's always that's like 98%, bad.
Yeah.
So are you going? You're going.
But I'm going
Nuggets?
Nuggets in 6.
Okay.
Yep, I'm telling you, if the Clippers will disappoint, I've seen it so many times.
At some point, it's
And-
a damn.
and Kawhi-
This isn't beating them. Wouldn't be.
Well, here's the other thing too. James Harden.
wouldn't be.
How many times did we see him blow it in the past few years in the playoffs?
He has
You know
looked
what I mean?
great down the
He
stretch.
has looked great. No, I
Well, he's
agree.
making some good points here.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, I just don't. I don't trust him. I don't trust the Clippers at all.
So here was my
Kawhi Leonard, who's won 2 world championships and the Finals MVP. Harden, who has
Yeah.
won a league MVP. So
Yeah,
he's
and Harden's
playing-
like the fourth all time shooter, I think, too. Like
he's also having a hell of a. Have you looked at his
yeah.
numbers?
No, I agree.
He's had a hell of a.
But again, like it's my whole point is.
I mean,
this is it was just like being up 18 in the third quarter when they had Chris Paul and Blake Griffin. They were going to
Kawhi
go to the
Leonard
finals,
is not Kevin Durant.
and they lost. and They shit the bed. That was the biggest low fee ever, and they lost it.
yeah.
They were up 3-1 in the series, and that would have been closed in Game 5, and then they lost the series in 7. So ever since then, it was like, man, they were like you said, they were stacked when they had Doc
that
there,
was 'cause
like
of Doc though.
and they had but they had, I mean, even before that, I remember there was like a point where Chauncey was on their bench, Grant Hill, like I was like, good God, they have got, like they might be older, but I was like, the Clippers are loaded. No, still
Grant Hill
not.
was at the
Is
end.
that Lob? You're talking about Lob
He
City?
was.
That was it was Chris
We used to-
Paul.
we used to make fun of
that.
them.
Was
Lob City.
That was Adrian Griffin. They
Lob
were
City. You
Break
don't
Blake
Lob
Griffin.
City? I like
DeAndre Jordan, that big truck.
Yep. Yeah.
You jump and
No,
jack.
that was a good
He
squad.
reminded me of Sean Kemp.
Again, a really good
Not
squad.
as good, but he reminded
And
me
They
of
they-
have Sam Cassell in that squad too.
Yeah, they were loaded. JJ Redick came off the bench.
Yeah,
He'd
I mean,
shoot.
dude,
they
like,
had squad.
and what they do,
They should have won a title. They had the
they
talent
just
to win a title.
disappointed.
Yeah. So I
unfortunate.
Thing is,
can't.
though, when Doc was there, though, they only could get as high as a 3 seed. They should have been a 1 seed every year, and they weren't. They win a round, they'd lose.
Yeah.
They had the second round twice and then lost.
And I applaud what Balmer's done with, got their own stadium.
Yeah.
He's put billions
That guy's-
into the
that
team.
guy's amazing.
By
And
the
I mean,
way-
he's got a lot of money to do it. And he's kind of fun, and so I dig. I like what he's
If
done.
you think I'm nuts, listen to Brian Windhorst's take on this, too.
and
the Clippers.
he got.
He's seeing what I'm saying.
I
he
don't think
got-
anybody sounds nuts in this conversation.
He definitely.
Denver is going in the wrong direction right now, and they are not healthy on top of it.
See, I
Jamal
can't-
Murray is not healthy for sure.
Well,
He's
that's
for
the
sure
other
not
thing, like-
healthy.
Because a lot of these guys stay out, for games,
Well,
especially
because
the last
if
30 days.
if they're missing a starter, they're already
He's their
they're
second
already-
best player.
Yeah, I mean,
easy.
Easily.
Yeah, easily.
but
Yeah.
You don't have him at
I
100%
came in
against.
thinking I don't think Kawhi is gonna, because in the playoffs now there are some days in between.
You don't
But-
play a back-to-back
I
in
know,
the playoffs.
but it just seems like every time he plays a playoff series, something happens.
Something.
And I mean, you can't even tell. all of a sudden he's just like
all of a sudden the next day
walks
they're like
off.
Kawhi Leonard tore his ACL.
And you're
Like,
like,
when?
And then he
What the
vanishes
fuck,
like a
right?
fart in the wind.
Yeah.
he's just gone.
Yeah.
I think didn't that happen a couple years ago
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
they were playing really well? They
then
were
he just
pushing, and
disappeared.
then all of a sudden
Disappeared.
they were like, "Oh, he tweaked something."
Then what happened all of a sudden?
They were gone.
Tweak something. He's out for
Disappointing.
Just like that.
He was out for the next 16 months.
He's gone.
Disappear like a fart in the wind.
Fart in the wind.
Remember, do you know what that's from? What?
I do know what that's
Shawshank.
Man up and disappear like a
Fart
fart
in the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in Shawshank.
Yeah.
So
that's great.
okay, so
Great.
I was
Let's talk to
originally.
Sugar Britches. Maybe she knows something.
Yeah.
Everybody's in on it. He's in on it. You're in on it. She's in on it.
In fact, let's see what Miss Sugar Bridge has to say. What do you think? And he throws a rock.
And then he's like, his arm comes through
Right
it.
through,
You
yeah.
know? Oh man, that movie was so good.
Oh, it's so great.
Yep.
I just miss my friend. Say what to Neil.
Say what to you. Anyway,
Get busy living or
Get busy dying.
I'm going with the goddamn Clippers because RJ convinced me. Because I was gonna pick the Nuggets because I didn't think Kawhi would stay healthy, but I forgot about the disarray, firing the coach, firing the GM, and
Murray's hurt.
Murray.
But that disarray has been there. I mean,
They lost 8 out of 11 to close the
yeah,
season.
but I mean, it's been there for.
They fired him and kids still.
Kroenke said it's been around
that's
for a
why
while.
they fired him because it was.
Yeah, and he was like, "Listen, this is something I've been seeing for the last year, and I've been
You don't
evaluating."
do this before the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, you
was
might,
so
you might,
unheard of.
you might if you don't think you got a shot to
It
win.
was weird because Memphis did it and they did it.
They both
Right.
did it.
I mean, now Memphis didn't do GM too.
No.
But the timing is like
Weird.
GM's going to want to hire his own coach. I mean, Taylor's going to get a job somewhere real quick.
Sure.
But yeah, so the point about Jamal Murray too, I think that's
That's our boy right there.
Speaking of popular GMs, fucking.
So I'll go with you on that one.
Dad, he donkied out yesterday. You know he
I'll
did.
go with you.
Oh,
appreciate
he was a
that.
donkey yesterday.
So if they lose, it's all my fault.
No, because I didn't know any. I mean,
I'm kidding.
dude, no matter who picks what,
Yeah.
we don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
Yeah, we don't. No. I just saw this is a good setup for us.
I would argue that series is probably the most up in the air one of all of them.
I think
Because you don't know where Murray is. You don't know if Kawhi is going to stay healthy. How are they going to respond to the new coach? Is Harden left? There's so many questions on both sides.
Yeah.
There are. Let's be honest.
It's very similar to the 4-5 in the other league.
It is very
Yeah,
similar.
very similar. The Milwaukee
Because it's
Indiana.
like Milwaukee's got Giannis.
Yep.
Nuggets have
Two
Jokic.
guys. Yeah.
You know, and
Similar,
it's
yeah.
like now. I mean, obviously Denver, I think better than Milwaukee,
They are.
and
But that's because they have Tracy Murray.
Yeah, right.
That's why. They don't have another guy when he's healthy. Not Tracy Murray. Jamal
Murray, yeah, that's
sorry,
right.
Jamal Murray.
my brain was like, "What? Who the fuck is Tracy Murray?"
UCLA.
I couldn't
Yeah,
find
Jamal's
the-
cousin. It's all good.
UCLA.
Tracy Murray.
So you guys are taking the I'm taking Lob City, and I'll take.
Yeah, and you're taking Denver.
I'll take Denver.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
it's good.
Okay, so the next one, the 2-7, Golden State at Houston. This is going to be very
I
interesting.
know who I'm picking.
This is going to be very. All right, well, you go first then.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
You see me.
I'm going Houston in 6.
Okay.
Partly
Okay.
because I can't stand the Warriors.
I like it. Hey, that's like Hunter Dickinson hate right there.
There it is again. And he can't help himself. The venom comes out eventually.
You know, I don't know why I'm just in hater mode right now. And a lot of times when we talk sports, I get in the hater mode. That's not
He had
my
some serious
That's not my
haterade.
only persona.
It's some
but,
serious haterade for dinner.
but Draymond Green, Jimmy Butler. I mean,
They are unlikable.
if you wanted 2 a-holes.
You talking about Dylan Brooks, right? And Draymond.
Dylan Brooks
No,
is
I'm
an
talking
a-hole.
about.
No.
Shit, I'm picking Dylan Brooks.
what you
Oh,
want.
I
Ah, the plot thickens.
oh, man.
know. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you know, rethink that pick. Rethink that there, Thomas.
Ime's a fucking asshole, too.
Yeah. You have
This
to
is
come.
the, this is the series of assholes.
Yeah.
I have to come.
I'm surrounded by assholes.
I'm Spaceball. I can't believe this. I'm surrounded by assholes.
I still
Major asshole. First sergeant. Major asshole.
There's part of me that still thinks Golden State is smoke and mirrors. Now, I could be delusional, which is probably true. But I'm going Houston
Okay.
because I don't want
In
Golden
6.
State. In 6.
Okay.
Methodical.
Here's the thing. Houston, to me, they have a lot of good players. They don't have one great one. Now, this kid, Amen or Amam, however they say it.
Jalen Green.
It's, his
Amen-
twin brother plays with
Amen
Pistons.
Thompson.
These two guys are in the future. Yeah.
Legit.
Yeah.
Legit. Yeah, they're going that way.
Yeah,
They're gonna get
yeah.
Jalen Green's already kind of there.
but he's not there yet. He's not near his prime yet. He's going to keep getting better.
Is he first or second year? Oh,
And now Davis will be
Damn.
out for 2 years.
is that DeRozan? No, that wasn't.
Oh, I can't believe he got
That
right
wasn't
back. Oh,
Davis
it's Gafford.
Gafford.
If that was Davis, he'd still be down. They'd have the stretcher out
Yeah,
there.
his hip would have
And to think we have
Oh
not
my
found
God.
Yoda or Pipey. But Senor Gummy is in the house. Senor Gummy.
Senor.
So look,
Senor Gumby.
Houston is talented. They are deep. They are well coached. But yes, they are full of assholes. Problem is, Golden State can one up them on that. At the end of the day, in a sea of all there's another one. Here's the thing: in a sea of all these assholes on both sides, there lurks Steph Curry.
The non-asshole.
The one non-asshole in this whole equation. And to me, he's going to be the difference in this series because I think Golden State's going to win this in 7.
Oh, that'd be great if it goes 7.
I thought I was almost sold you were going to pick Houston. I'm like, man, I'm an odd man out again.
No, Steph Curry is the difference. It's a sea full of assholes. I don't like either one of them. But the other thing is, Jimmy Buckets is a closer. They've got 2 of those. I don't know.
And I don't know that Houston.
I don't know Houston has one. Now, they might not. But I've seen these other 2 guys do it in the playoffs. I haven't seen anyone on this roster do what they've done in the playoffs, and that's why I'm giving them the edge.
Listen, Madoka's got these guys playing aggressive.
He's a better coach. He's a better coach than Steve Kerr is, and they play defense.
I don't know about
they
that.
will extend. He's a better coach than Kerr.
Oh, I would never say that.
Yeah, I would, because I tell you right now, when Ime Udoka got to the finals with that young, that team was handed to Kerr. Curry and all
It
those
was,
guys.
but he's kind of another Jackson situation. Like he came in and it's
Jackson-
ironic
if
that
Mark Jackson
Jackson,
stayed with
not
that
Phil
group-
Jackson.
yeah.
That was like you came in
If
and
Mark Jackson stayed with that group, they'd have won a title.
I mean they were close.
No, they
Maybe
would've.
not.
Mark
I don't know.
Jackson-
Supposedly he's a big asshole.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've heard. He's surrounded by assholes.
There are
Again.
more assholes. Well, Steve Kerr's an asshole.
No, so Steve
All the
Kerr. The
great
only
ones are.
reason I might kind of agree with you is because of what Steve Kerr did to Jason Tatum in the Olympics.
Yeah, that's true.
That
that's
was
true.
one of the
He's
worst
an asshole. One of the worst coaching moves.
That was, in fact, that was the whole last. In fact,
yeah.
didn't you give him a Lofi for it?
I'm pretty sure he wanted to work.
Yeah, he won a Lofi for
Nominated
it.
him.
Yes. At least he was nominated.
It was a
nominated.
coaching Lofi.
Yeah, I like you. Kind of made my point. It was like, man, they got Jimmy Butler and
They got 2
Steph.
closers.
They got 2 guys that can just
They got
do
2
it.
closers that we know.
And if one's slipping, the other can pick it up.
But here's
So
the thing: Jimmy Butler, they now can play defense in 2 positions.
I have
and that
faith
may
in
be
them.
enough.
I have faith that they'll get to the second round.
I'm saying it's going to
For
be
a
them.
good matchup.
I think them and LA are going to.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
but we'll get to that one in a minute.
Yeah, but I say 6. I'll say 6.
I got them in
Dubs
7.
and 6. You
I
got them
go
in 7,
yeah, so.
which is surprising. I thought you'd go Rockets on that.
No, I think it'll come down.
No,
to
he's
7.
worried about
Why'd
the
you-
Rockets.
Why'd you think he'd go Rockets?
He loves Emmy.
I'm more pissed at him than anybody.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Because if he had kept his dick in his pants,
They'd have won 3.
He still has his hog out. Don't let him.
He's
fool
a
you.
better coach than Missoula. He is.
Oh yeah, I would say
Yeah,
that.
he is.
Yeah.
So
here's Missoula.
Missoula's more of like a.
Here's Missoula. Guys, shoot threes.
Yeah.
Shoot more threes. God damn it, shoot threes.
Hey, give me the fucking ball. I haven't shot one yet.
Missoula he always looks so
What's
mad.
that drive to the hole, Tatum?
That dude's not a happy
Get back
guy.
in the three-point
How
line.
dare you dunk the ball on a breakaway? Why didn't you pull up from 35 and pull up?
He's
All
not a happy
I've
guy.
seen is layups and mid-range for the last 5 minutes. If you don't start shooting threes, I'll sit every last one of you.
Oh my god. So you like so you're 7 and you're taking the
got
Rockets.
I'm Houston in
Stuck in
6.
6.
Okay,
And you've got
okay.
Golden State in 6. All right, so this one is another one. The Lakers against the Timberwolves.
That's the 3-6.
That's the 3-6 matchup.
God
This
damn,
is, you know,
Lakers.
I'll tell you right now, this is
Yikes.
not a good. I mean, the Lakers, I think, are going to prevail, but this is not a team they wanted to see because Anthony Edwards is just jonesing to put LeBron James out to pasture.
He would love to.
What he would like nothing more than to do this. Julius Randle is a good basketball player.
Not a closer.
Okay, but he's the closer. Anthony David Edwards
Anthony
is the
Edwards
closer.
is for sure.
He's a closer. Okay, but what's his nuts over there? Your boy.
DiVincenzo?
No, him too.
Randall?
They've got. I'm telling you that this Minnesota team.
got talent.
They're a talented group. They've been to the conference finals. They're not going to be afraid of this moment. Okay. And the thing is, who's the other big guy in the wing? That Nas
They
dude.
got Gobert and they got
Nas Reed.
Nas Reed. I mean, they can match up with the Lakers.
Man, what's that?
They
No, something
Somebody
gross.
cooking burgers?
somebody cooking a burger.
How's your burger?
Dude, it smells good.
It does, dear God, burger.
Ooh-wee.
They have more than enough from a defensive standpoint to lock the Lakers down. Here's the problem. If Anthony Edwards is not on the floor, they get stagnant on offense. Their offense is not smooth. It's not in any way. Probably because Gobert, for everything he gives you on defense, he pretty much gives it back on offense because he's useless. He's absolutely useless.
Tits on a board.
If he's not 2 feet from the rim on a lob, he's fucking useless. He has no post game to speak of. He can't make a 15-foot jump shot. He is fucking useless on offense, okay? And that's the problem, okay? Because all you got to do, if they can't run a high screen and roll with him, because if he's not in front of the rim, he's fucking useless, okay? So forget it. It's just like, and because of that, that's where LA inevitably gets over on these guys.
But who do you think can defend Luka and LeBron? That's an issue.
Yeah, I know Anthony Davis. I would put Anthony Edwards on
He's
Luka.
not that good of a defender.
He's
but then
big, athletic, quick
LeBron
guy.
will just eat on Conley or McDaniels. Come on, who's
Don't
gonna guard?
send Julius
LeBron
Randle.
is 40.
Well, here's the
Nas Reed, who is a big motherfucker, will give LeBron's
hey
fits.
man, and Reeves is good too. He'll be able to take some dudes
Austin
like
Reeves
that.
to me is ultimately
He
the
might be-
difference in
he
this
might be
series.
a difference,
He
yeah.
is the difference, and he's why I think LA will win this in 7 because it's going to go 7.
I think it's going to go 6. Lakers in 6.
I like that pick.
What do we? I'm just trying to look at here and see what we did agree on. Because it's a weird thing. Because you look at it. Okay, they split the season series. Bench. Wolves got a better bench. Defensively, they're ranked better. They're better.
They're better in a lot of ways.
But I think about last year when they played Dallas and Luka had Kyrie and they beat him in 5 games.
Yep, this is the other thing.
And
though.
I'm sorry,
Anthony Edwards remembers that.
You got Anthony Edwards, but you don't. I mean, they got
got some-
2.5 guys on the Lakers that could be close.
Nas Reed
Can't
is a
give Reeves
dog.
that credit yet.
Not as a
But he's-
closer,
but
but,
he's-
but
Julius Randle
defensively.
can get his own shot.
Yeah.
DiVincenzo's not scared of a big shot.
No, they're not. But I don't know if they're
No,
closers.
not closer.
They're like
that's
they can take the
Edwards is
shot
the
at the end of the
closer.
game.
Yeah, they've got
Edwards
a
is
closer.
definitely a closer.
They've
but
got a closer.
If Edwards ain't hitting his threes either, because I want to give him some respect for his, because he had the most made threes this season in the league.
Took a ton.
I know,
But he made
Same.
a lot, too.
Well, yeah, but
was
so
it,
did the
like 30,
Celtics. But they
38%?
have a record too. But I think if he's not hitting his threes, that's gonna be a problem too. Because like you said, who else on there is going
I'm
to
saying
score
that's
big
why I
points?
think LA ultimately wins,
I
but I
mean,
think
yeah.
because of everything else, it's going to go 7.
Randle can give you 20.
I also feel this. I also feel like
Randle's 25
there's
and
3
9.
words going on in Luka's head right now. Defense wins championships.
I'll get the fuck out of here.
That's the last thing from the
No, I think I know he hears
Like,
that.
where's my beer?
you don't think he heard that yesterday? Like that was like basically like you don't play defense.
He doesn't.
Like,
Doesn't.
and that's okay.
It's not the first time it's been said.
I'm thinking you're gonna see a little more from him.
Remember what Brian Windhorst did in the finals last year?
Oh my God, he lit him up.
When he lit him up.
He like almost had a heart attack. He was like,
Well, he probably
I've
did
never
was
seen
because
anything
he's
so-
350
What's
pounds.
the point of 33 points if you give up 34?
He should be ashamed of himself.
Yeah. But nobody has ever said he's a 2-way player. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't know,
That's
like
why this is
you know.
why I think LA inevitably is going to rue the day because he doesn't play 2 sides of the court.
Speak
Your
of-
best
speak of-
player, there he is.
see that guy.
I'm not saying Dallas is going to win a championship here. I just don't, I think Dallas knew they weren't going to with him. They've
Yeah,
watched him
maybe.
for 6 years.
Maybe.
At some point, you are what you are.
I mean, I like your pick though, LA in 6.
Where I give the Lakers a pig's prayer here is that LeBron James is still on this roster.
And he's still playing pretty good.
And that
Yeah.
he gets in his ear. That's
Yeah.
the one hope I have for him is that LeBron gets in his ear. Because if he ain't listening to LeBron, he ain't listening to
Yeah,
him.
that's a good point. That's a good point.
That's why I give him a pig's
There's
prayer. this
big
happens.
sense of urgency now.
But LeBron ain't going to be
All
there for
around
much
a lot of
longer.
things.
So it's like, this is the thing. How much can he get absorbed in the time he has with him? That's the question. We're going to find out in this
I'll
series.
tell you X Factor though in this series. Neither one of you have pointed it out, and it's kind of surprising.
Well, we've been pointing everything else out, Tom. You got to contribute something?
Well, yeah,
Please do.
Ronnie James, Ronnie motherfucking James.
I'm going to turn the mic off now. Because
You guys, you guys are sleeping. But
I said
you want to see a
contribute.
closer. You want to see a closer. Have you seen what he's done in the G League?
No.
Bye bye.
He's been pretty sweet. But the other night he was terrible.
You know why
Oh.
I don't see it? Because it's not on TV because it sucks.
That's true.
Because there's no audience for it because it blows. So I don't give a shit what he does in the G League.
Well, we're basically watching G League.
I
games
call it the
right
G
now.
String League. I don't care what he does in the G String League.
He's
okay?
playing games. By
So,
This is a dog.
so you're going to stay with the same as me?
Yeah, I like
Lakers in
that.
6. Okay,
I've got the Lakers in 6.
I still think too. Like LeBron's. They all got injuries at this point. It seems. LeBron's got that groin. I don't think they're going to want to waste time. They're not trying. They go 7 games and they got to play the Warriors in the second round. That's going to be.
I'm saying.
That's going to be like
it's
2
gonna
watching.
be-
That's going to be like watching
That's a yikes
a super Donnie.
I'm saying I think they do prevail, but I think Minnesota's going to take them.
And so here's another thing about Minnesota. Julius Randle, for all his good stuff, he can be.
He can be like James Harden, like the last few years in the playoffs.
He can just be.
He can be a dickhead.
He's very aloof. And you can catch him sometimes where he's just kind of like floating around, not doing anything.
He floats.
And they can't afford to have him.
He floats.
He floats.
No, he
floats.
First he gets aloof.
Hope he floats, baby.
Shit floats too, Tom.
No, seriously. Watching him in the playoffs with the Knicks was frustrating many times.
He wasn't healthy last year. I'm telling you, that team last year.
Well, he didn't play.
I know, but if he was healthy with that group, I just had a feeling they would have been nasty. They could have beaten the Celtics. I'm not saying they would have, but they could have. I would have given them a chance. Well, they were never healthy. We never got to find out. That's why I know inevitably.
You bring it up every chance you get.
I do. It's not going away.
It is. It's gone. It's gone.
It's going to linger.
So we're all pretty close on that. I mean, that's pretty fair.
Anyway, that's going to go from segment 2. We'll come back segment 3.
Did we finish the West?
Yeah,
we did.
Well, does anybody think that Memphis or whoever?
I mean, OKC in 4 or 5, right? I mean, that's pretty easy.
You were telling me OKC.
If it's Memphis,
you were telling me Memphis could push him.
If it's Memphis, it goes 6.
Are you serious? After that debacle last night,
yes.
You think OKC lets them push them to 6? No way.
Lets them?
Yes.
I don't think OKC can stop them. I think Memphis will stop themselves. Memphis, I'll tell you now, they have
dumb as the day is
At some point, you can only have so much accidental basketball before it's not an accident anymore.
We were talking about this earlier. Accidental basketball.
Accidental basketball. Okay,
that was the Warriors.
I'm just saying. No, it was Memphis too.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's time for a break.
It's time for a break. We're going to go find, Pipe Alonso, Yoda. Might be Yoda tonight. Segment 3 coming right up. What is it? You just have to tune in to find out.